The New York Yankees have now lost back-to-back games after winning 5 straight on Friday night. The Yankees were doubled up by the Dodgers 8-4. They've got 2 games left in their weekend series in L.A. And joining me from Los Angeles to talk some Yankees baseball is New York Post Yankees beat writer. That would be Greg Joyce. Greg, how you doing? Enjoying that L.A. weather?
It's good, Dex. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man, doing well. Now, Greg, Friday night, it was not a good one for Luis Severino. He gave up 6 runs before recording a 3rd out. Severino, he had been sharp in his first 2 starts coming off the IL. Any concern about him after his implosion in L.A.?
I think there's got to be at least a little bit of concern just because of the drop in velocity was pretty noticeable. Severino and Aaron Boone kind of downplayed it, but his fastball had averaged 97.3 miles an hour in his first 2 starts, and then in Friday night it averaged 95. So when it's down like 2 miles an hour at least, that always kind of catches your eye. Sometimes it means something physical, sometimes it can just be something mechanically or otherwise. So Severino said he was going to look into it on Saturday, but he didn't seem too concerned. He was more bothered by the location of his pitches. He said, he'd love to throw 99 and put it wherever he wants to, but he thinks if he throws 95 and he's able to locate it, that's fine too. But he just wasn't able to locate it as well as he wanted to last night. A lot of stuff leaking over the middle of the plate, and the Dodgers just crushed it. So, it's still only 3 starts into his season. The first 2 had been, better than expected, I think, just given how much time he'd missed. So he was, one clunker is not necessarily the end of the world, but be interesting to see how, where that velocity can get back to moving forward, because the Yankees had been encouraged by where that velocity was through his first 2 starts. So, I think getting him back there is big, but also, like he said, the location, he just was off. So,
all right, something to keep an eye on, the location and the velocity with Severino moving forward. Now, looking at some positives from last night, Greg, Josh Donaldson and Giancarlo Stanton, they both returned to the lineup, and they both homered. Donaldson actually had 2 homers on the night. So with both players back, how much better can this Yankees offense get over the next few months?
Yeah, it can definitely make their lineup a lot deeper, especially when they're hitting like that. It was, pretty impressive for both guys to come back and make an impact right away, especially Stanton. He only played 1 rehab game, had missed about a month and a half, 6 weeks, and came right back and homered off Clayton Kershaw. And Donaldson, who hadn't played in 2 months, he did play four rehab games, I think, to try to get his timing down, but he hits 1 home run off Kershaw and then another 2-run shot in the 9th inning. So that was his first multi-home run game as a Yankee. His last one was in 2021 with the Twins. So, that having Donaldson be more of a threat offensively would be big for the Yankees. He wasn't much of one last year. He would kind of go in spurts here and there, but he never really got into a groove, caught fire for an extended stretch. So, the Yankees have insisted since spring training. Aaron Boone has been, one of his biggest supporters, and that he still thinks there's something there left in the tank offensively for Donaldson at 37 years old. And Donaldson said last night he still thinks there's more left there too. But he also said that, Friday was 1 game. He's got to do it again moving forward. So, but just to have those guys back in the lineup, that's big. Donaldson being at third base, stand at DH at least for the next 2 weeks before he maybe mixes in some outfield. Obviously, they're going to have to make some lineup decisions just in terms of DJ LeMahieu sat last night. It's going to be a rotation of guys who are getting days off here and there, but just to be able to lengthen the lineup a little bit is huge.
That is huge for the Yankees offense. We'll see how all that works out. All right, Greg, 2 more games left in L.A. before the Yanks return home. What are you looking to see the Yankees do in this series where they're going up against a team that's tied for the best record in the National League in the Dodgers?
Yeah, I think first off is Garrett Cole. He's starting today against the Dodgers. His first month of the season, April, he was, arguably the best pitcher in the game. He was really good. May, some of the home run issues kind of popped back up that hurt him last year. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments he makes against the Dodgers. Obviously, we saw last night can tee it off pretty good that they hit 3 homers off Severino. So it's a big start for Cole today. And then you get Domingo Germán starting on Sunday. Obviously, his second start back from suspension. He was, he wasn't his sharpest in Seattle the other night, but, it's another big start for him to try to not only avoid, any kind of sticky stuff issues, but just to kind of settle back into that rotation.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with the starting pitchers in this series as the Yankees have 2 more left against the Dodgers in L.A. Greg Joyce, the Yankees beat reporter for the New York Post. He'll be covering it. Greg, we will talk to you again before the series finale. Enjoy Game 2 of the series, and we will talk soon.
Thanks, Dexter. Appreciate it.